Hey, F you. Excuse me? ZZY, it's the Fuzzy Mike with Kevin Klein. The Fuzzy Mike Podcast.
In March 2020, Hall & Oates announced a summer tour that was eventually canceled due to COVID. Over a year later, the tour kicks off on August 5th and runs through December 4th, 2021. To see if they're coming to your town or a town near you, go to hollandoats.com and check out their tour page. This is my exclusive pre-tour chat with the iconic Daryl Hall.
Well, what a pleasure, Daryl Hall. How are you?
How you doing, Kevin?
You have provided so much entertainment. 50 years you and John Oates have been doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Most of my life.
Back in 1970, when you guys signed with Ahmet Ertegun, what was the dream? What was the goal?
Well, when we took it as we sort of took it in steps. When we signed with Atlantic, we were just happy to do that. We can make an album now, with Atlantic Records. Oh wow, and that's as far as we thought. And then we got out on, got into the world and with all the good and the bad things that happened, and things just they build on themselves. But I don't think that either one of us ever had some sort of long-term dream. I certainly didn't think or know that I was going to be where I am right now, back in 1972.
So then, Daryl Hall, what was the moment where you said, you know what, John Oates, you and I have made it?
I don't know. You know what? The only time that I can say that I was sort of in the moment and I knew that something significant was happening was in Live Aid. I saw the impact that was having, and I realized that I was doing it. John did too, and it was one of those rare moments. But other than that, it's just work in progress for us.
You brought up Live Aid. What an incredible experience that must have been, not only to have your own set in Philadelphia, your home city, but also to come out and join Mick Jagger and Tina Turner on stage. What was the energy like that day?
It was an amazing energy. It was a real feeling of communality. All these amazing artists, every artist that you can ever imagine was there. And everybody was getting along, slapping each other on the back, a lot of smiles. It was completely, like I said, communal. We all felt like oneness with each other. And it was a very, very unusual and good feeling.
I want to talk about another magical moment that you participated in. You were in We Are the World.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
How did all of that come together?
Well, it was during the American Music Awards time, and a lot of musicians happened to be in L.A. at the time because of that. And Lionel called me actually before that, and he said, "I have the song. Are you interested in doing this?" And then he sent me the song. He said, "I wrote the song with Michael Jackson," and then I said, "Sure, I'll do it." And I guess he did that with everybody, and we got in a room together, and it was just us as musicians, as singers. And Quincy Jones played the part of the choir director, and again, it was one of those unusual moments where all these people were in one room just acting like kids, really.
We're talking with Daryl Hall. When you talk about 50 years, you talk about cross generations. I mean, you've got grandkids whose grandparents grew up with you guys. What is the song that, for a first-time Hall & Oates fan, what's the song that we should use for introduction to your music?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think You Make My Dreams is as good as any. I mean, that pretty much defines it.
You make my dreams come true.
I remember live from Daryl's house, and you said no Hall & Oates set is complete without Sarah Smile.
Well, that's quite true. I mean, I can't not play that song. But then there's a lot of songs that I can't not play, which is a good problem.
How do you come up with a set list for what you're going to play?
Well, it sort of dictates itself, and then it's just a matter of what order we're going to put them in, and we always try and throw in a few wild cards, songs that are a little less expected. So it's a combination of those two things.
From 2009 to Rachel Ray's show, she started the online petition or the petition to get Hall & Oates inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It didn't happen until 2014. During those 5 years, what was going through your head every time you got passed up?
I don't know. Nothing, really. It wasn't something I lost any sleep over. All awards are political in nature. And my time came around, and there it is.
Join me for one glorious night in making the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the Hall and Oates of Fame, ladies and gentlemen.
So then what's the greatest accolade that you've achieved? You've got the biggest selling duo in...
My greatest my greatest accolade is to be able to play sold-out shows wherever I go. That's all I really care about.
But even after 50 years, it doesn't get stale.
No, not at all.
That is awesome.
It energizes me.
Well, your music has energized the masses for 50 years. BMI Icon Award winner, Hollywood Walk of Fame, Songwriters Hall of Fame, the legendary Daryl Hall. Thank you so much, sir. Can't wait to see you.
Okay, thank you.
My thanks to the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, the Icon Music Award recipient, the legendary Daryl Hall, for joining me on the Fuzzy Mic. And thank you for giving your time to listen to this and every episode of the Fuzzy Mic. I hope you enjoyed this conversation and retrospective look at the career of Hall & Oates. See you next Thursday.
That's it for the Fuzzy Mic. Thank you. The Fuzzy Mic with Kevin Kline. Executive producer Trish Kline. Mouth noises by Zach Sheesh at the Radio Farm. Get your fuzz fix online anytime at thefuzzymic.com. Everywhere with the iHeartRadio app and in this pocket. Wow, that is a lot of fuzz. Thanks for listening to the Fuzzy Mic.